Kochi Biennale is a powerhouse art event, and its 2016 edition drew leaders from the world's most prestigious art institutions. Behind this event is Bose Krishnamachari, an artist, collector, curator, and talent at bringing minds together to make something great. In addition to pursuing his own ever-evolving art practice, he has curated the Yinchuan Bienale and serves as a champion for emerging artists across the country. Hello and welcome to Mojarto Conversations. I'm Anu Subramanian. This week, we're sitting down with Bose Krishnamachari. He's the co-founder and president of the Kochi Biennale Foundation. He's an artist, he's a curator, he's a collector. Wow, you do so much and you really shift seamlessly across all these hats. But before we talk about that, I want to rewind even further. You said that you started out as an experimental theater actor in Kerala. What was that like?
You know, I wanted to be a doctor, so I took science during my pre-university studies. Unfortunately or fortunately, I fell in for a long time. So I was there for 3-4 years of my time. So that's my youth is gone into hospitals. In and out of the hospital, that period I used to read a lot of books. I used to act in theater. I learned a little bit of music, a little bit of theater, dance, Bharatanatyam, and these kind of crazy things. I used to do theater, Ionesco's play, Samuel Beckett's. All this is translated into Malayalam and acted and whatever. Yeah.
So was it a sort of natural transition to painting, or how did you decide to go to Bombay and start painting?
In my life, I think destiny play an important role. Of course, I believe in working. Work takes you to places. I received an award from the Academy, Lalit Kala Academy, State Lalit Kala Academy in '85. And one of my friends sent a prospectus from Bombay, Sir Jesuit School of Art. Why don't you come and join in JJ? That's how my art career started.
Do you still get to act?
No, I given up my acting. Once
no
I felt
Bollywood
like,
career for you?
No, I acted in the movie. I don't remember that movie.
What movie?
One of my friend from Mumbai, he don't ask me all this kind of stuff.
Well, now we want to know. We have to find the film.
I have to remember the title of it. My memory is quite bad.
Okay, well, we're going to look for this, even if your selective memory is not. So your art has really transitioned across all these different styles. You went from figurative to these really vibrant, explosive abstracts. Now you work in mixed media. Can you talk about how these sort of mark different chapters?
While I was working, nobody, I think, in India used to work in different mediums or different styles of practice. For example, if you want to sustain in the market, if you want to sustain in auction houses, you have to have some kind of consistency. I never believed in that. I was interested in theater, I was interested in architecture, design, fashion, photography, in every field. Most of the time I see artists, if you are a poet, you meet up with poets. My case was quite different. I was very much interested in other fields.
You have to think that as contemporary art, especially as it moves more performance, people are more Renaissance people in a way, right? They do call from poetry, film, everything into their works of art. So
this is not a new thing. When we look at the history of contemporary art, 20th century beginning, most of the people come together, poets used to come together and, recite poetry in a club, or, theater people used to come together, or philosophers used to come together, painters used to come together. They used to have conversations, from conversations to then they started making art.
So the art form of yours that I think is most recognizably you would be those super bright, colorful, abstract paintings.
This is unfortunate in a way. I believe extremities coexist in life. I always done different kinds of work. I was looking at contemporary art while I was in JJ School of Art. I realized how can I reach into the maximum of abstraction, how can you do it? The most important thing is how you can bring darkness, the maximum darkness into a space, or maximum white. So white on white is already done, black on black is already done, and then where will you go? So then I was thinking, how can I bring maximum color, maximum texture? These are the basic things, texture, line, form, whatever. That's how I started working. Then suddenly it happens as kind of, while you keep working, you invent things, so you have to keep working. You make mistakes. From accidents you learn quite a lot of things. That's how I created abstract work, you see maximum color, and it's also created in few minutes of time. I don't take much time to create a canvas. I'm not romanticizing, sitting in a studio, dadi bada ke. I don't want to talk about that kind of life. Of course, artists can live like that, but you need to have, I think, as I mentioned, that both the side is important. The chaos can make you understand how you can make order. Unless until it is not chaos, you cannot make it order. How do you need to have experience both the side,
Absolutely. I've seen video of you in your studio, and you're sort of pouring the paint, and then you have to respond to it very quickly. So there is that kind of organizing of chaos very on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, like as I mentioned, that's also created in other works as well, but people are not really much seeing it. Maybe Indians must be the best chaos management people, because we live in that kind of diversity. Diversity is so much diversity in our country. In each and every space you could find
that delicate balance of being chaotic but still balanced. Changing gears a little bit, now you also founded the Kochi Biennial and the Kochi Biennial Foundation. What was behind that? Did you see a lack that needed to be filled?
Oh, this is also another moment of destiny. In 2010, then Cultural Minister of Kerala, and his name is M.A. Baby, he visited Bombay, and he said he wanted to have a meeting with me. That's the moment we discussed, like he asked us what would be the best way to enrich Kerala's visual art scene. When it comes to visual art, there is no opportunity, in the sense we don't have infrastructure and things like that to exhibit our artwork. There is no patronage. When we look at the history also, you see the great minds moved from there, like Raja Ravi Verma onwards, K.C.S. Panikar, Vishwanathan and Akitam Nara. Almost everybody lives outside and outside Kerala and work, because the lack of patronage.
They're still identified as Kerala artists though.
So, Kerala is really interested in, everybody is interested in knowing things. They're very inquisitive about things, but unfortunately there is no space to show. These are the things I had discussed with Mr. Baby, and Riaz Komu joined in. So that evening in 2010, we suggested, Riaz and myself suggested, a Biennale would be the right thing to do. That's how it was originated, 2010, August 9th. Yeah, since then we've been working. When the beginning of May 30th was the idea originated. From that time onwards, I myself and Riaz Komu, committed our life to make this happen.
Well, we will get to more about the Kochi Biennale after the break. Mojarto Conversations is in conversation with Bose Krishnamachari. We'll be right back.